you missed any part of his set, he's going to be repeating it this Sunday at church. Is his mom here? Is his mom here? Oh, you must be such a proud mom. I'd like to see Easter at your house. Well, you're Puerto Rican too, so she knows she's very Catholic and everything. I'm like, wow. One more white line. Is he your favorite comic?
Yeah.
More than me? Ay, corazón divino, que se sentó a mí. Okay, listen, we have 2 more comics and then we have a special headliner coming up. The next comic's going to be here March 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever it is that weekend. The 8th and 9th of March, they have a big show here. It's actually going to have 3 shows, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Friday, because Carlos Valencia is coming down, and that's pretty big. And they have a show called The Dark Side of Comedy, and he's part of it. So 2 more comics than your headliner. Let's welcome everybody, Nico Prada.
Woo!
What's going on for Lauderdale?
Woo!
Struggling. Girlfriend just broke up with me recently, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? As if that wasn't bad enough, last week she had the nerve to change her Netflix password. I'm just one guy. How much can you take from me, really? Really, some of my other friends have been telling me, well, you're a free man now, you know? You're free to talk to other girls, you can do all this shit now. I'm like, talk to other girls, say what? I got no game. I can't talk to I can't even get those corny pickup lines right. Oh, you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day. I try one of those coin lines. I'm like, hey, baby, I'll be your teddy bear because I'm comfy like a bear and teddy like Ted Bundy. No, wait, no. People tell me you just gotta be yourself. You gotta be confident. You know, like, yeah, that's gonna fucking work, right? Honesty. Like, I'm never gonna get lucky going up to a girl saying, hey, baby, how do you feel about heavy drinking and regrettable decisions? How do you really? Look no further, miss, because your knight in shining armor is here. You better dump that 0 and get yourself a -3. Some of my other buddies have been trying to cheer me up. My cooler friends are like, bro, we're going to get you laid. We're going to take you out to a club in Miami, bro. And don't worry about it, bro. We're going to get you laid, bro. Meet at my house at 8, dressed to impress. So I picked out my favorite clothing, and I met up with them. By the time I get there, they're all wearing all these fancy button-up shirts and silky smooth pants and shoes without mud on them and all these fedoras. And I'm wearing jeans and an Iron Maiden t-shirt. I stuck out like a fat cheerleader, man. That didn't help. You know, we get out to the club, the bouncer thinks I'm like their mascot or something. He's like, you guys gotta leave the dog outside. We get in there, they're all talking to a bunch of girls immediately. I'm sitting by myself, so I figured I'd do what I do best and go to the bar and get really drunk. I get to the bar, and the bartender tells me, what can I get for you, miss? You know, he thought I was a girl, because my skin's really smooth. Which I found it offensive at first, but then I remembered that it's Tuesday night, and ladies drink for free. So I just played along with it, and I said, take a Jim Beam on the rocks and a shot of Jaeger, please. And he believed it. So I drank for free all night long. I figured I'd get back at this guy later for calling me that. When we're leaving, I look at him through the window from outside, and I knock on the window, I zip down my pants and show my junk, and I say, thanks for the free drinks, asshole! Turns out the joke was on me. I spent a night in jail for decent exposure. My cellmates are coming up to me going, I heard you're the guy who likes to act like a lady! Some people are into that, I don't know. Everyone's got their fetishes, you know. Some people are into animals. You know, they like bestiality. I heard of a guy who got busted fooling around with a horse. He's not allowed to live within 100 feet of a zoo now. He can't eat a rainforest cafe either. Some people like to be submitted. They like to be the bitch. I always wonder if these people get turned on when they drive with a GPS. GPS tells them on 16th Street, turn right. They're like, yes, I'll do anything for you, Mistress Google Maps. Turn wherever you want me to turn. Oh, I missed the turn. Spank me up in bed. You know, I use a GPS. My GPS is very smart. It doesn't just tell me how to get places. It warns me about things like traffic or accidents or Asian drivers. And it'll tell me about things before they even happen. It'll tell me, in 5 miles, roll up your windows and lock your doors and turn right onto Martin Luther King Avenue. For fuck's sake, turn off that country music. Have you got your mind? Sorry, GPS. Yeah, I drive around a lot. I'm a delivery guy. My boss loves to yell at people just for no reason, man. And I used to hate him for it. I thought he was an asshole, but then I figured, he's probably not Mr. Popular in high school, not very cool, which I can relate to that, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19 years old. I cannot imagine having to have waited another 10 years. I'd be an asshole too. I shouldn't make fun of him though. He gave me a raise recently and I work for a staggering $5.40 an hour. You heard right, ladies, drinks are on me. I hope you like Dr. Publix. It went from $4.50 to $5.40. It's probably not even a raise. It's probably just a typo on the paycheck. I make fun of him. Successful is my hero. We look up to celebrities way too much. We act like every word they say is like a fucking inspirational quote just because they're famous. Whatever happened to when we looked up to famous people because they actually said smart shit? It's better. There was a lesson behind their quotes, it's better to get lost at sea than never have set sail at all. Okay, you learn. Go take a chance, even if you fail. At least you weren't a pussy and stayed home. But nowadays, people are like, "Oh, I'm so inspired by people like Lil Jon." He's so profound. I look up to him. The guy said 3 words in his entire career. Yeah, what, and okay. Where's the lesson behind that? What do you learn? Oh, yeah! Oh, it taught me never to take no for an answer. What? Oh, it taught me to question everything I read. Okay, oh, you get what you get, you don't get upset. Stupid shit people say, People say stupid shit. I was meeting some new people at a party the other day, and some guy, I asked him, "Oh, where are you from?" He goes, "Oh, I'm Colombian, man." Cocaine, baby! I'm like, why would you brag about that shit? It's not like you don't have, emeralds and gold and coffee and gorgeous women to brag about. Why would you brag about something that cost your country nothing but corruption, overdose, violence, and death? You're bragging about your country's shame. When's the last time you met somebody, they're like, "Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Germany, man." Holocaust represent! Gas chambers! Stupid. Don't hear that shit. So as you can probably tell, I don't smoke weed. Some people have trouble believing that, I guess, because the way I had some guy at a party. He hands me a blunt. I never met him in my life. He hands me a blunt, and I go, "Oh, thanks, but I don't smoke weed, man." He's like, "Damn, dog, you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't smoke weed." He's like, "Damn, you had me fooled, homie." You know what I'm saying? You look like a stoner. You got the long hair and the rock and roll T-shirt, and you say "dude" all the time when you talk. You had me fooled, homie. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Well, no, not really. You kind of look like a rapper. You got the baggy clothes and the bling around your neck, and you talk all ghetto, but you're white and you're not fooling anybody, man." I don't care if you smoke weed. I don't even care if you smoke it around me. But these people that revolve their entire lives around weed, I guess they think I'm high too, so they tell me their dumbass stoner theories. I don't want to hear it. They go, "Oh, bro, 6 isn't actually afraid of 7 because 7 ain't 9. It's because it's like 7 has a cousin who's in the Bloods and the government tried to give Kermit the Frog gonorrhea." Shut up! Up to me the other day, I guess he thought it was I was wearing a Black Sabbath t-shirt and he goes, "Bro, you know that song by Black Sabbath, Sweet Leaf? Yeah, it's about smoking weed, bro." I guess he thought I gave a shit because I look like I smoke. I don't know. So I just got all sarcastic with him. I was like, "Oh yeah, bro, you know that song by Afro Man? Because I got high? Yeah, it's about smoking weed, moron." And I thought he'd get mad. He was like, "Oh my God, you're right. Man must be a a stoner. All those other songs, Colt 45, they weren't smoking tumbleweed. They were smoking weed. No shit, what do you think they were smoking? Crystal meth? Have you heard the lyrics? How different would they be? I was gonna clean my room until I got high on meth. So I cleaned the kitchen and the bathroom and the garage. And then I made the cat a bath. Yeah, he's dead now. You should never wash a cat with bleach. Like I said, I don't care if you smoke. You know, I think they should legalize weed. So they stop playing those lame-ass anti-weed commercials. I don't want to hear them. You ever seen that one? It's like it's some kids at a diner. They're eating and they ask one kid, "Hey, do you want to go get high?" And he goes, "No." And the whole time that this is happening, the guy behind the counter is watching them like an old man at a girls' beach volleyball game. And when the kid says he doesn't want to smoke, the guy behind the counter is like, "Proud of you, son. You know, make good decisions like this. Maybe one day you'll work in a diner like me." And the kid goes to ask for the bill, and the guy goes, "Nah, we're cool." He gave them a free meal because he didn't smoke weed. That doesn't happen. I haven't smoked weed in almost 2 years. I've never gotten a free meal. You shitting me, man? Like, how desperate are these mothers of America? They're actually trying to send out a message to kids that if you don't smoke weed, you get free food. It's ridiculous, man. Talk about sending the wrong message to the kids. Like, imagine if I got it wrong. Like, you know, if I got the idea that you don't have to pay for shit because you don't smoke, I'm running a $200 tab at a bar telling the bartender, "Hey, listen, I don't smoke weed, we're cool, right? We're cool." I go over to a car dealership, I steal a Mercedes. You know, I can only imagine the call to the cops. "Yeah, the guy just hotwired the car and kept telling me that he didn't smoke weed." Next thing you know, I'm sitting in a courtroom. And the judge is like, "Mr. Prada, you're charged with skipping out on your tab, DUI, and grand theft auto. How do you plead?" I'm like, "Your Honor, I thought we were cool." Doesn't happen. So, I got asked the other day if I've ever had a gay experience. And I said, I don't know. I'm not sure, actually, because I was raised Catholic. And, you know, every time we went to church, at the end of Mass, we would eat the Eucharist, which means we're splitting the body of Jesus amongst all the people at church, and that means that somebody had to get the penis. I don't know if I was one of them, you know? So there's a big chance that I blew our Lord and Savior Jesus.
Oh my God.
Because I don't chew the Eucharist. I stick it to the top of my mouth and I go at it with my tongue until it's finished and then I swallow it. So if that's the case, I better get into heaven, man. I only hope that when I die and I'm at the pearly gates and St. Peter's telling me, like, "Dude, there's no way you're getting in here, man. We have, you know, you curse all the time, you use the Lord's name in vain. When you were 14, you spent your Christmas money on mushrooms. No, you can't get in here." I can only hope that Jesus is behind there going, "Hey, Pete, he's cool. For Ash Wednesday to get my cross, I put an upside-down cross on my But anyways, you guys believe in evolution? Anybody? I recently I went to get some x-rays of my teeth the other day, and it turns out one of my wisdom teeth never came out. Like, it never got developed. It just doesn't exist. And they told me, that's a sign, it's a very small sign of recent human evolution. You should be proud. I'm like, proud? Fucking terrified for the fate of the human race. People are going to start being more like me. We have no future as a species if we're going to have a generation of people whose daily life motto is, "I'm too hungover, I'll do it tomorrow." It scared me. I'm not a good candidate for this thing. I was on the highway the other day. I saw a sign that said, "Be responsible, don't text and drive." It reminded me to check my phone to see if anybody texted me. Good, man. I'm not good at this. You don't want people like me. I'm not good with economics or politics and shit like that, but I do know some, silly facts. Like, did you know coconuts kill more people each year than sharks do? That's an embarrassing gravestone to have, isn't it? You're like Eddie, he sucked at dodgeball. People and sharks, apparently these things are vicious fucking killers. They're like the outlaws of nuts. You got your pine cones and your acorns telling their babies, listen, I want you hanging out with coconuts. More people than sharks, you know, they got shows for for shark attack survivors. Why don't they have shows for coconut attack survivors if that's the case? You know, you got some guy, maybe he's got some brain damage, he talks to a computer like Stephen Hawking's, it was horrible. It was a very hot day. I wanted some shade, so I sat under a palm tree. By the time I looked up, it was too late. Maybe some of these people get post-traumatic stress syndrome, you know? Some guy, every time he hears it, be like, Pina Colada. Oh, turn it off! I can't listen to this shit, man. I can't. Well, you know, it's good to know these things, though, because every time I want to swim in shark-infested waters, I just bring a coconut with me and the sharks don't fuck with me. But that's not the case for everybody. People still get attacked by sharks if they're not scared of them. They're named after lame and wimpy things like nurses and lemons. So you tell somebody, don't go in the water, there's a lemon shark, and they'll be like, lemon shark? Fuck it, I'll take a shot of tequila and bite it in the ass. They had to start naming sharks after actual, like, dangerous and scary things, like maybe the Mexican drug cartel shark. Or the old people driving shark. Even the talking to a cop while you're on acid shark. Or hell, after this, if I told you there's a great white coconut shark in the water, you wouldn't go in there. You guys are awesome, thank you!